Praise Lord everyone. Today we are visiting one of the most iconic and historic churches in Hyderabad.
To Jesus I surrender, all to Thee I freely give.
Radvi!
I surrender all. I surrender all.
Standing here today, it's hard to imagine that nearly 185 years ago, none of this existed.
No grand church, no towering structure, no crowds of faith, just a vision.
And that vision belonged to an Irish missionary priest named Father Daniel Murphy.
When he arrived here in 1839, he saw the need for a place where the growing Catholic community could gather and worship. So, in 1840, he began building what could eventually become St. Mary's Church. After 10 years of dedication and hard work, the church was completed in 1850.
But Father Murphy wasn't just building a church, he was building a community, and over the years, that's exactly what St. Mary's became.
As more people became part of the parish, St. Mary's quickly grew into one of the most important churches in the region. In fact, it became the largest church in the Hyderabad state at the time and served as the Cathedral of Hyderabad for many years. But the church's influence didn't stop at worship.
In 1871, the Sisters of St. Anne arrived here and established what would later become one of the most respected educational institutions in the city.
And there is another fascinating piece of history hidden right above us. In 1901, 4 bells were brought all the way from Italy and installed here. For more than 100 years, their sound has echoed across Secunderabad, becoming a familiar call to prayer for generations.
Then came one of the most significant moments in its history.
In 2008, the Vatican officially granted St. Mary's the status of a minor basilica. This honor is reserved for churches of special historical and spiritual importance.
Today, St. Mary's Basilica continues to welcome thousands of visitors and worshippers every year.
A story that began with one man's vision in 1840 and continues to inspire people nearly 185 years later.
All to Thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender all.
This is St. Mary's Basilica, Secunderabad, a timeless symbol of faith, history, and community.